Okay. First thing I want to do is Commissioner Ath is online. I want to make sure she can hear us and we can hear her.
Oh, yes, I wasn't able to unmute and mute myself, but it's fixed now.
All right, you sound good. I'll go ahead and call us back to order. We were on a recess from this morning. This is agenda item number 14. It's a public hearing on the application regarding creation of the county commission of Jefferson County Hilltop House Hotel Economic Opportunity Development District pursuant to Chapter 7, Article 22 of the Code of West Virginia, 1931, as amended, respecting the application regarding the creation of the excise tip district. I want to remind speakers you have 3 minutes for your comments. I will start from the list. Go online. If you're online, please raise your hand, and then I'll come back to anyone that didn't sign up in the room. First name I have on the list is Sean Jacob.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you tonight in support of the proposed tip for the Hilltop House. As a result of the creation of the tip for the hotel, there are many benefits that can be received from that. A few of them would be water and sewer improvements, stormwater management improvements, roadway, sidewalk, stairs, curbing, and gutter improvements, a parking structure, and other improvements for parking of motor vehicles, as well as many more. What the creation of the tip does not impact is the business and occupation tax, hotel motel tax, and the 1% municipal sales tax to the town. Additionally, the creation of the EODD would have no negative financial impact on Jefferson County itself. And for the previously mentioned reasons, we support it and you should approve this measure. Thank you.
Next I have on the list is Scott Faulkner.
Good evening, all. My name is Scott Faulkner. I've been living on Bolivar Heights in the county since September 1987. There are 3 issues you need to consider tonight. The first one, this action is very, very premature. As you may or may not know, there is a civil action 22-C-20 through 22-C-24 that is actually challenging the entire establishment of a TIF and all other economic zones specific to a for-profit entity in a municipality. So until that, it's pending a decision right now. And so until the court rules, you are getting the cart before the horse. If the court rules that what happened at the legislative level is illegal, then what you're doing is illegal and will be subject to extensive and very expensive litigation. So you may want to hold off till the court speaks. The second issue is this action is very unnecessary. Hilltop has been closed since March of 2008. It's 14 years ago. And all during these last 14 years, we've been told that Harpers Ferry without a Hilltop house would become a ghost town, an economic wasteland. Just the opposite is true. The place is bursting at the seams. Tourist visitation is more than doubled. You go down any Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into Harpers Ferry, you can't even move. There are so many tourists down there. So people are coming for the town, not for a hotel. The town, as I said, literally bursting at the seams. But also new local businesses are booming. Some of you probably have enjoyed the Barn and Bolivar Bread. These are organizations or companies that have been established in the last few years. They are doing extremely well. They're packed. And they're doing it without any government intervention, without any government subsidy, without any taxpayer funding, without any bonds. So the third thing is this action is inappropriate. Let the market operate without government interference. You are interfering into the marketplace. There's no need for county taxpayers to bail out a for-profit business in the smallest municipality in the county. Any bonds that you are contemplating, which the TIF sets up, are totally inappropriate. And if you are contemplating it, it should be treated like any other bond. Put it on the ballot. Let the voters speak. This is affecting the entire county in terms of the financial risk and the taxpayer burden over time. You need to make sure that the taxpayers themselves are heard, not just the people in this room. So in conclusion, very prudent to delay any action until the court rules. And if you do choose, put it on the ballot.
Next I have Meredith Waite.
Thank you for letting me speak. I just want to say I've been a business owner in Jefferson County for 35 years in Shepherdstown. I own a small business in Shepherdstown. And I will say for 35 years, as a county resident, I love tourists. They come, they spend their money, they go home. They don't put a huge demand on our services and they go home. To think that we would not robustly support the Hilltop House and whatever they need to go through in order to get it built. They've proven themselves over the last 10 years. They're dedicated to this program. They're dedicated to the history of Hilltop House. And in 35 years of doing small business, I can't think of another very large tourist-related business entity that has come in enthusiastic about who we are and our history. I mean, think about what they're doing with the building. They're rebuilding it as, in a remake of what it was when it was built. To me, they have dotted every I and crossed every T as far as how they work with us. And I would implore you to not give it away, but certainly can we be really good partners with this entity so that they can build something that the entire county can be proud of. I will tell you, for my business, I've been 31 years as a retailer in Shepherdstown. I don't know about Scott Faulkner's life. I don't know him well. But in order for me to make a living for 31 years in Shepherdstown, I don't just have a store. I have other things that I have to supplement my income. So while I'm watching the county grow, I think it will help my small business. But if you take an entity like Schofield's one, the Hilltop House, and bring it, and if you don't bring it in, what is that telling other folks that could come in with a remarkable program like this project? They won't come. They won't come. And you all know, and if you don't know, I'll give you a list, a remarkable list of assets in this county for tourism that we've not even begun to scratch the surface. So when you think about tourist dollars, or when you think about tourism in the economy of Jefferson County, I hope we will put it on an equal platform with Rockwell, with the Bardane Park, as just as legitimate and bringing in unbelievable dollars to this county to help all of us. It'll help all of us. I'm planning on getting customers from Hilltop House. So please, have an open mind and try to work well with these folks, and let's get this done. This is going to be a remarkable thing for Jefferson County, guaranteed. Thank you.
Next I have is Annette.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to you. My name is Annette Gavin-Bates, CEO with the Jefferson County CVB. And on behalf of the CVB, I'm here tonight to support the Economic Opportunity Development District for the Hilltop project. As you are aware, the taxes we are discussing again regarding this EODD are the state sales and service taxes and not the local taxes. This will have no fiscal negative impact on the town of Harpers Ferry or the county. And as a matter of fact, the exact opposite will occur if we support this EODD. For instance, per the state code, the visitor is charged an occupancy tax on lodging, and the CVB is the recipient of 50% of those taxes. The town receives the other 50% and they can allocate it at a list of expenditures that's acceptable per that state code. Based on the projects of the Hilltop House, the forecasted average daily rate and the occupancy, the hotel motel tax collection for this one property will be $600,000 in 1 year. As a destination marketing organization for the town and for Jefferson County, I understand how these dollars can bolster our marketing budget to promote our destination and bring more people into the county and the state. So keep in mind, we currently have the highest visitor spend of any county in the entire state. And our region accounts for 1 billion of the entire spend in the state, about 20%. So more people to the town equal more people and more revenue for everyone. So this project has taken over 14 years. And yes, it's taken a long time. And in that time, unfortunately, we have lost 2 hotels. And losing those 2 hotels by whatever means that took, you're exactly right. We're busting out at the seams and we need this hotel. We need more inventory in hotels and for a place for people to stay. So this just isn't a support of the Hilltop House. Please, this just isn't about that. This is asking you to show your support for our community too.
Next I have Ann Moby Smith. Ann Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dumb.
I have such an alias, it's so
I'm
hard
so
to keep that one straight. Good evening, commissioners, and thank you for listening. I'm Ann Maddie Smith, owner and operator of the Ample Restaurant in Harpers Ferry now for 37 years. In addition, I've been employed with Henry Davenport at Altona Farm for 44 years as his accountant and administrator. As a West Virginia native and a resident of Jefferson County for over 50 years now, I understand the need of the local area for the Hilltop House Hotel to be rebuilt. When the former Hilltop was open and running, all of us in Harpers Ferry and Bolivar saw a greater business, especially in the winter months. Those of us who have been around through the Hilltop being open and now closed, we can see what the differences might be. In addition, I can also attest to the inflation in food and labor costs of late, and thus the increased costs associated with building the new hotel. I'm in favor of the EODD application to the West Virginia Development Office to help them offset the increased cost of rebuilding the hotel. As a business owner who also collects sales tax that is sent to the state without ever knowing where those taxes are used, I welcome the use of those sales tax dollars to help the Hilltop project move along, and like the fact that the local sales tax of 1% still continues to be paid to the municipalities in which it is collected. This is a win-win for the entire county to keep these taxes locally. I hope that you too will show your support of rebuilding the Hilltop Hotel and endorse all the good things that this project will do, not only for Harpers Ferry, but also for Jefferson County and the Eastern Panhandle. This is a project that most areas would love to have in their county. And I hope you will show your vote of this project by moving this EODD forward. Thank you for your time.
Next I have is Gregory Vaughn.
Honorable Commissioners, my name is Gregory Vaughn, 201 High Street, Harpers Ferry. As a full-time resident of Harpers Ferry, I rise in full support of SWAN's initiative that is being aired this evening before this county commission. The lack of support and the use of stall and disruptive tactics by some members of the Harpers Ferry community opposed to the hotel has been a historical embarrassment. This county needs to lead by example and provide a clear path of support for the construction and ultimate opening of the hotel. I ask you to lend support to this request so that the hotel site can once again be occupied by a world-class hotel has existed for scores of years. Provide this opportunity for Swan to give them the resources to succeed and provide them the opportunity to bring a claim back to Harpers Ferry, the county of Jefferson, and the state of West Virginia. Thank you very much.
Anybody raise their hand online? Is there anyone else in the room that would like to make public comment? All right, with that, public.
Could I say something?
Of course, sir. Go ahead, just state your name for the record.
My name is Chris Brunson. I'm a full-time resident of Bolivar, town of Bolivar. And I would just like to follow up that gentleman back here said, and I agree 100% with what he said. We need to support this hotel. I don't think that the people that are against it, some of our residents in Harpers Ferry and Bolivar, I don't think they appreciate what this hotel is going to bring to both our towns and to Jefferson County in general. It's going to be a major, it's going to be something that's going to be known around the whole country. It'll bring people from all over. And I think we need to think you in particular need to think carefully and approve let them go ahead with what they need to do. We need that hotel.
Thank you. Last call for public comment. All right, if there's no one else, I will go ahead and close public comment and move to agenda item number 15, and that's consideration and act on the resolution. Is there discussion from the commissioners?
I just want to ask a question of our legal counsel to make sure that I understood the application is a little thick. So, Mr. Cochran, can you clarify that the TIF is only going to be implemented on the property that's owned by Swan? It doesn't cover the whole town or the whole county?
Yes, I believe it's a 10 acre-ish, 10 point something acre.
Yeah,
property.
I know the map was in the
Yes.
application, but I don't know the streets well enough to know all that. But I think some folks think it's being applied everywhere,
Yeah.
and that there is a geographical limit to where the tax will be implemented.
I just had a few quick comments. I agree with a lot of comments here tonight. Obviously, I'd like to thank the Shawfield for bringing a $170 million project to Jefferson County. This has been a long time coming, and I'm personally looking forward to the construction of this project. This project, this creating this EODD district, obviously, it does not affect the town or county negatively because the taxes are staying here. And growing up here in Panhandle my whole life, we always heard that we pay taxes here, our taxes go to Charleston, but they never get back here. Okay, well, this is a prime opportunity. It's a no-brainer to me that the taxes are going to stay here and they're going to stay in our town. And it's a great partnership for Swan and the town of Harpers Ferry because they are building a parking garage that they're going to allow the public to use. I know Ms. Barron, you would probably like a parking garage in Shepherdstown too, right? I know.
They've talked about.
Maybe Charlestown too. So maybe Swan, you think y'all can talk to, can you build 3 hotels in Jefferson County?
Find your spot.
All right, all right. So to me, this is a no-brainer. Now, if the state was belly aching and didn't have money and they were dead broke, would be another issue. Just while public comment was going on, I Googled our surplus. We are at the state is at a $1.3 billion surplus right now. So it would be hard pressed for them to say, hey, we don't want you to do this. We want your money. Unless anybody else has anything to say, I would like to go ahead and motion. Anybody else has anything?
I just want to ask if you also want to read the resolution in your motion.
I would definitely do that. right, I would like to go ahead and approve the resolution as presented, and I will read this somewhat lengthy resolution to have it in the record. It is hereby found and determined following the public hearing thereon, that the application as submitted to the county commission is approved, and the submission to the WBDED for its consideration for approval, and if approved for consideration for approval by the West Virginia legislature, is hereby approved, ordered, and directed. It is hereby found and determined that the approval of the application and the submission of this application to the WBDED and the West Virginia legislature for consideration for approval will promote establishment and vitality and significant business opportunities within the county, and serve as an effective means for developing or restoring and promoting retail and other business activities within the excise tip district, which will stimulate economic growth and job creation in the county, thereby serving a public purpose and promoting the health, safety, prosperity, and general welfare of all citizens in the county and state, all as well fully set forth in this act. And it's hereby authorized and ordered that the president of the county commission cause the application and all necessary documentation to be submitted to the WBDED together with the request approval thereof. The president and members of the county commission, other officials and employees of the county commission are hereby authorized and directed to take such actions as they shall deem appropriate in facilitating the approval of the application by the WBDED and the West Virginia legislation. This resolution is effective immediately upon adoption. Effective immediately upon adoption. Thank you. It's a long motion.
Second.
Did you say second or?
I said, is there a second?
Okay, I will second the motion.
Sorry. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any more discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Nay, the motion carries 4-1. Is there anything else to come from the commission this evening? Hearing none, if there is no objection, we are adjourned.
I was expecting